on, y'all?
What up?
Back in here.
You dig?
Alien Covenant.
Covenant review.
Review time.
For you.
And I enjoyed it more than he did.
I thought it was cool. There was some stuff that I didn't like about it. It didn't answer a lot of the questions that I had.
Yeah.
And then I realized that a lot of the answers on fucking YouTube.
Right.
So that kind of also perturbed me also. But in the end, beautiful movie. Like the sounds of the alien creeped me out. The look of the little aliens and all this stuff were really fucking cool.
Yeah.
It was vicious. It like for like a horror like slasher movie, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful horror slasher movie.
Great.
There
like when people talk about like movie magic, this is what they talk about. Like, This, you felt like this world existed. You know what I mean?
And we watched it on the XD screen, so it was kind of big, and like we heard a lot of the music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Excellent. I enjoyed it. Simply, I am a fan of the first two Alien films. The other films are kind of trash to me, along with the Alien vs Predator movies. And I wonder now if that stuff is in line, because technically all this stuff happens after Aliens vs Predator.
Yeah.
So there's no way that this. Yeah. So Alien vs Predator, not in the lore.
What is canon anymore?
Yeah. Exactly.
Here we go.
But I enjoyed it. Michael Fassbender is an excellent actor.
He did a great job, especially
knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
He
did a great job.
And we'll talk a little later in spoilers about his character or characters. But yeah, I felt like, I love space adventure. I love exploration. I dig all that stuff. Like, especially them trying to colonize a planet. I'm all for that, because I think that's the next step in human evolution. You know what I mean?
I think it was best said. Like, Taryn showed me a tweet of Dan Murrell and said, if you're looking for like an alien fighting movie or alien monster movie, this isn't the movie that you're looking for.
It's not it. I mean,
these are not the droids you see.
Right. And I think that's what. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely disappointed that it's not just a full-on alien film. Aliens is my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah.
And I would just love to see those same space marines going up against like all those aliens. Like, I would love if the sequel of this film is them like trying to exterminate, the aliens. Yeah. But yeah, it's a little disappointing that it's not a full-on alien movie. I was hoping we'd see some things that we didn't.
Yeah.
But it's a weird line between Prometheus sequel and Alien prequel.
Yeah, very, very, very blurred. For me, it didn't answer enough for both. I would have liked to get a real answer on the Prometheus sequel, or a real answer on an Alien prequel. And I kind of got maybe 60% from both of them. Yeah, which is kind of like. I think you're just trying to dangle me in for another movie. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it feels like. That's how I got left with.
That's how it feels like. I mean, I Prometheus is a very split movie. Like, some people hate it simply because there were no aliens really in it, and then they just felt like it just. Some people loved it because of the whole God complex.
Did you go into Prometheus knowing it was an alien movie?
I knew that it was connected to the Alien franchise.
I had no idea.
So,
see, I had no idea, and when I went into it, I was like, wait, there's aliens?
Yeah, no. So,
what?
So, I knew about it. Like, I like to do my due diligence and know about movies before I go see them. Yeah. So, when I heard about the Prometheus movie, there were rumblings that it's a prequel to Alien, but it wasn't, like, confirmed. But once you see the image of one of the creators, there's a certain name. You guys can put it in the comment box. It's not just creators. It's something else that they call them. But when you see the one that's like it's got the full mask on and stuff, and it's sitting in the chair. That was in the original Alien movie. Yeah. So like once you see that, like you're like, oh yeah, this is this definitely has something to do with the Alien franchise. But I actually really enjoyed the first Prometheus. It doesn't hold up as well when you watch it continuously.
I didn't really like it too much. I liked it when I found out it was like a part of Aliens, and then it kind of was like, oh, okay, that kind of gives it a little bit more of a layer. Again, in that movie, I like Michael Fassbender. That was like the first time I was really exposed to him.
Yeah.
And then the second time was Magneto, but like,
yeah,
he did a great job in that one, and he did a superb job in this one.
Oh yeah, he stepped it up a complete other notch. So let's go ahead and talk spoilers since we are talking Michael Fassbender's character. His character David is incredible to me.
So he's two different characters in this movie. He's Walter, was the first one we meet, the first android, and is also David, where he comes from the first scene, which kind of lays it out that like, yo, this is a David-centric movie.
Yeah.
Which ultimately it was.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the whole conversation between him and Wayland, I was actually surprised to see Wayland in this.
Yeah.
You know, but just all about like I am your creator and questioning your creator and what is creation and stuff like that. I dug it. I'm all for movies that try to delve into that like realm of talk. So when it came to what he was really there for, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the concept of him creating something that would destroy his creators. Like that concept is awesome to me.
I mean, but it's like, it's a concept that's done all the time now. Like, it's nothing that's like surprising. It's nothing that's fucking like, I don't want to say like it's not nothing new, but it's like it was telegraphed a mile away. Like,
oh yeah,
like everything about it was telegraphed a mile away.
Yeah,
a mile away.
You knew he had you knew he had like other intentions.
Yeah,
I knew that.
Like,
from
there was no like this, we're spoilers. There was no point where I thought that Walter and David were different. I was like, no, that's David. You definitely just picked up David.
Yeah,
you definitely just put David in the fucking thing.
Yeah,
David is singing you a lullaby,
right,
and just saying, bitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. We talked about it. I don't know why they tried to hide that. You know what I mean? It was just it.
You know,
I think
really
it was made for stupid people.
If he like, yeah.
I'm just being completely honest. Like, not to say the average moviegoer probably wouldn't know. That's just how I looked at it.
No way, hell no.
I think some like.
You think people were sitting there like, oh my god, that's David?
A person.
Fuck no.
A person is smart. People are dumb, stupid, and whatever. Tommy Lee Jones said.
If you're one of these
Men
people,
Black.
I apologize, but please, you can unsubscribe.
Yeah, you can unsubscribe. If you didn't see that coming, you can unsubscribe.
Ooh.
But I'm dead serious. I really felt like I was like, this is made for dumb. This is made for dumb people.
If he just like looked at the bitch and was just like, he kissed the little glass, like,
yeah, yeah. even the little like,
yeah, that's
like with the whole like, don't let the bed bugs bite. It's like this motherfucker is evil. Like honestly, like that's why I think I enjoyed it so much because I'm somebody. Artificial intelligence, I think, is a terrible idea. Like full on artificial intelligence. We're getting in the realms of the Matrix and Skynet and Terminator,
iRobot, and
all that shit.
Yeah.
And artificial intelligence, I'm not for that. But I enjoy watching movies about them because it sets me straight. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, don't fuck with this.
You're not for artificial intelligence?
No. I got Siri on my phone. I don't even talk to that bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
It doesn't matter. You talking to it right now.
No.
Right now.
Yeah, she probably she's calculating all this. Okay, I remember this shit.
You ever look at your phone and it tells you where you about to head and you didn't even tell it where you were going?
Yeah.
It knows.
Imagine that in a human body.
It's coming.
Oh,
that
man.
shit's coming, dog.
Yeah,
There's too many lazy motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Imagine you get a Grubhub, you don't have to depend on a driver, you just send your robot to go get that shit. Like, robot, go get some Chick-fil-A.
I'm not ready for that. I'll go live in the wilderness with a bow and arrow and take my chances with the bears. Fuck all that.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
But yeah,
that shit's about to start happening.
It's gonna start happening.
That shit's gonna start happening.
It's for sure it is. But yeah, David's character was a great like villain. Like that's what I think I enjoyed about it is that with the Alien movies, it's just it's chaotic.
But he had
murderous.
But I really didn't like. I didn't see he had any opposition. I think that maybe that's what it is. I think maybe that's what it is for me with the Prometheus movies between the Alien movies, because in Prometheus and in this movie, you don't have soldiers. You have like colonists. You know, they're trying to build stuff. You have scientists and stuff like that. When Alien movies, they were fucking space marines.
Yeah,
and they were not to be fucked with.
Oh yeah,
and I think. Ultimately, I'm just realizing like that. I think that's what it is for me.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is. That he had no opposition.
Yeah,
like David had no one like to be like Walter got his ass kicked apparently.
Yeah,
and all David had to do was chop his own hand off.
Yeah,
to do like
I enjoyed the fight though. I'll be
that
honest.
was a cool. That was a cool, surprising fight.
Yeah,
it was a random. I was like, oh shit, okay,
yeah, android on android.
Martial art android fight.
Yeah,
but and then like you said, you were surprised that that David's the one that pulled it out because Walter had better software and shit like that.
I wasn't really surprised because I felt like the way I look at movies, I'm like they're gonna try to make as much money as possible, so they have to continue going.
Of course,
and I felt like
nowadays everything.
I felt like it would
has
either
a connected universe.
I thought it would either be this. I thought either David would have killed Walter, or somehow David would be able to project something onto him. You know what I mean?
See, that's what I wanted. I wanted him and Walter to combine and become like the evil. Like I think maybe I would have enjoyed that more. Yeah. But by like just wasting Walter like that and just like you just all right. Yeah. Walter was just blah.
Yeah. I think I would have enjoyed it more if it was Walter at the end and like say I don't know how you would pull it off, but like to where you can show that he took on what David was telling him. Because you know what I mean?
Well, I would see, and that's the thing. Being
persuaded.
As soon as David cut his hair off, I was like, there's the switch. Yeah. I mean, that's fucking telegraph. Yeah. If David kept his hair, right? Yeah. And like you said, if David really connected with Walter as an android brother, and would be able to pass that on to Walter, I think this movie would have been like that. That maybe would have been the fucking like, damn, that's a crazy fucking twist. Yeah, I would have. Or like like a crazy that would have pumped it up more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it didn't do that. Like everything was just like you called out, and like I said, I enjoyed the movie because visually. It was awesome. The monsters, awesome. Like I enjoy the xenomorph. The little ones are the ones that fucking freak me out. Like those because those things was shooting it. Nothing happened. It looked more durable than the xenomorph. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like I was, like I said, I was a huge fan of the way the xenomorph was. Like I especially love when the actual xenomorph, instead of a face hugger coming out, it was the actual like a miniature xenomorph. Man. Yeah. When David raised his hands up and it did the same thing, I was like, this is fucking dope.
Yeah, when the one that came out the back was fucking nice. The one that came out the stomach was cool. Yeah, like it was really fucking cool. Like those things were cool as hell. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's just like the story just lacked. The characters lacked. Like why are movies putting shit on fucking YouTube? That's where I'm supposed to get my character development from? A fucking YouTube page? Where I'm supposed to watch the trailer and that's where I'm supposed to get my fucking character development from? How was I supposed to know these motherfuckers were supposed to be like a couple colonists trying to do all this shit if you don't explain that shit in the movie? Yeah. In the movie!
I have never seen a movie do prologue. There were 2 prologue scenes that they released on YouTube, and I'd never seen that before.
Why?
I had watched the one. It's called Last Supper, and it's about the colonists and like
it's the fucking commercial. It has the little super sappy fucking piano song in it and everything.
It talks about them. It talks about sacrificing everything to.
And I think that's another thing that fucked with me is because there wasn't a clear who's with who kind of relationship kind of thing. You kind of like I'm kind of like in the back of my head thinking like, okay, that's his wife because he cares about Danny McBride cares about the woman on the ground that's staying with the ship, and then I think these two niggas are gay, but I'm sitting there trying to worry about an alien movie the whole time. You know what I mean? So it was kind of distracting me on some fucking Desperate Housewives type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't enjoy that, and then to find out it was on YouTube, and it could have been added in the movie. It's a fucking minute. It's a minute long. Yeah, that could have been right after the whole David thing. Yeah, it could have.
I'm not really sure why they didn't do it. But yeah, like David is the reason why you see this movie. It's the reason why you enjoy this movie. At the end of the day, the stuff with him and Elizabeth Shaw, they had a prologue for that. And I personally didn't need that.
But the thing that, all right, so for me now seeing that part after the movie, if I saw that part before the movie, that answered Prometheus. Yeah. So I think I would have came in this. I think would have came in this a little bit better. Like, okay, they kind of ended Prometheus for me because I know that she actually fixed him up. Yeah. I see her fixed him up. Yeah. I see that they actually got to the planet. I see that the creators were alive. Yeah. And then now I see him about to do some shit.
But I feel
then if you end it right there,
I feel like the only thing they didn't show you that was in the prologue was just that, like, Elizabeth Shaw was happy to be with him. Yeah. I can understand that. But I felt like the stuff with, the ship getting there, we saw the ship get there and release all the stuff. I felt like David talking about Elizabeth Shaw, it meant more to hear him talk about how much he loved her as opposed to just seeing, like...
But I think it's different because you don't really know what to believe from David because you know what his whole intention is.
That's true.
To see Elizabeth Shaw actually care, like in that prologue, it gave him more depth. Yeah. It gave him more like,
I can understand.
Okay, so David is capable of more human feelings than fucking just a drive to like anger. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like I said, there's some stuff in here that gaps that I didn't like personally, but that's our personal opinion. Yeah. Otherwise, this movie is beautiful. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go see it again per se. I made the analogy that like if Space Jam was on and this movie was on, I watched Space Jam. He would watch it. Alien coming again. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
It's just all about what you're in for. I think. Yeah. Like I said, I enjoy the hell out of space movies. This period, you know what I mean. Yeah. So I think that's why I enjoyed it. I felt like I think the studio had a lot to do with why Prometheus part of it kind of ended like suddenly almost. Yeah. And it's just that like I actually like the fact that like all the creators died. And I'll tell you, it's just like it's always been how I felt about stuff. It doesn't matter. Yeah. We don't need answers from the creators because we're here. We deal with it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? How does it change anything? Obviously people want those answers because they want to hear Ridley Scott's take on life and creation. I understand that, but I like the fact that it's like, nope, you're not getting any answers.
And that's the thing. I think I came in this movie thinking that I was going to get answers about the creators, but got answers about the Xenomorphs.
You got more answers about the Xenomorphs than you did creators.
Wasn't as happy for that news.
Yeah.
I'm working through this movie as I review it. I'm working through it. I came out of the theater that was better than Prometheus. Yeah. And then on the ride over here, I was like, but that was so much shittier than Alien. Yeah. And now I'm just like, you know what? It's alright.
It's an alright film, I mean, I understand, you definitely have problems with, David being, one of the, creating the Xenomorphs in a sense, Yeah. But I fucking dig that, man. I don't know why. It's just, I like the concept of we created something that turned,
that killed our creators.
It feels like...
they killed our creators and now it's trying to kill us.
Yeah, like I said, artificial intelligence is fucking scary. And I think the concept of I want to create because I was created by something and, I want to kill what created it. You know what I mean? And I just enjoyed that. I enjoyed the conversation between Walter and David. and him trying to persuade him.
That was brilliant acting.
I mean, like, if not saying he's going to be up for an Oscar,
that was
but brilliant. they would show that scene if he was up for any award.
Yeah,
they would go back to that.
That was dope.
Yeah,
that was a good scene. And then he fucking murdered the fuck out.
Yeah. But yeah, So
that was a weird kiss. So like, kiss
it was weird. And you could tell Walter was like, "What the
vanity at its finest."
Yeah,
like, Walter was like, "Nigga, you are tripping,
super tripping." But yeah, so I mean, let us know what you guys think. You know, it's definitely. I feel like Ridley Scott lately has been making movies where you just like you're not going to enjoy them all the way. It's kind of like Interstellar. Like some people hated Interstellar, some people loved it. You know what I mean? I enjoy movies like that because it creates conversation.
I liked it. I liked Interstellar.
Interstellar was great to me. You know what I mean? Some people had continuity errors.
I like Matthew McConaughey though.
Yeah, McConaughey's the man. And that's kind of the reason why I enjoyed David's character, because Matthew McConaughey's Russ Cole from True Detective was along the lines of like how he feels about humanity. So that's kind of that's what I took away from it. But guys, it's been Alien Covenant. We'll try Baywatch, I think. Baywatch, and then we got Wonder Woman in a couple of weeks.
Yay.
Hopefully that's good.
We're not watching Snatched. No.
Amy Schumer gets no love in this household.
Mm-mm.
Sorry.
Can't steal my reviews.
No. Yeah. Right. Yeah, guys. But like, comment, subscribe, and we'll come back to you with more content.
Yeah.
Deuces.